Hello everyone and welcome to the Weekend Donkey, a show where I'll be talking about this past week's biggest asses. For the first episode, I'd like to start a little big and mention a company that we all know and are all too familiar with, Apple. Now Apple has had a fair sleuth of stupid shit under their belt, which is perfectly fine. They're a huge business and big businesses take risks. Some of those risks fail. However, this past week, Apple introduced us to a product so obtrusively ridiculous that they might as well have told people, well fuck you, we know you're stupid, so we're charging you extra. Of course, I'm talking about the Apple Monitor stand. No, not the Apple Monitor. Not the Pro Display XDR 6K monitor, targeted at a niche group of professionals. The stand. Let's rewind back a bit to the announcement. Apple brings up the monitor and the crowd goes wild. Alright, whatever. Typical Apple consumer behavior. We then get a look at the price and whoa! $5,000! That's a little pricey, but you know, I'll play devil's advocate and defend Apple in saying that this monitor isn't for the average consumer. If the average customer that walks into Best Buy goes in and says, hey, I want to buy that, then they're more of a fucking donkey than Apple this week for starving their family for the sake of this monitor, you dumb pieces of shit. This monitor, I can only imagine, is for professionals in graphic design, engineering, CAD work, pretty much anyone who needs a very high-end monitor for their work, where other monitors would cost well over $10K. It looks nice too, so there's that. You can't really have an ugly Apple product. I mean, there's the Mac Pro, but we don't talk about that, ever. The monitor, however, isn't the problem. Even with its price tag, it's still a high-tech product of use that can pay itself off if you're good as a professional. The stand is another fucking story. Want to know the price of a regular stand? On average, around $40, for a good stand. The price of the Apple stand, $999. That's right, for the price of a brand new phone or an entry-level MacBook, you could instead get a glorified piece of vertical metal. Of all the things Apple could have done better. And the worst part is, we knew Apple was like this. We knew that Apple has a tendency to take a mile when given an inch with its customer base, and as an Apple customer, I was okay with that. I managed to look past that, despite other people making me feel like a sheep. Do I look like a sheep? No, I'm a fucking horse. I have a phone I've been using for 2 years. I'm not in the hive mind mob of needing something new every month. This thing works as well as the first day I got it. I can justify Apple's absurd pricing with most of their products because they work. And I don't need to access a computer's kernel to modify resource allocation like most neckbeards apparently think I have the need to do. I really can't justify this shit though. Can you? I can't. No one can. Shit, not even Apple can, since they're trying to sweep this all under the rug. Apple pricing a monitor stand for $1,000 is everything that's wrong with high-tech corporations now. Let me explain. You got a company that was originally built for the upper class. That plan was pretty shit though. Why wouldn't you want to cater to the general public instead? Fast forward a few years, and now everyone has phones and Macs and shit. Awesome. General public satisfied. But now the new business plan is to push away from this customer base and cater to the upper class again. I mean, Apple already made their brand a symbol of materialistic wealth. You make shit like the Mac Pro, the HomePod, and now the monitor stand, all products that show the general public, who mind you, are still watching this company, that you don't know who the hell you want to cater to nowadays. And don't get me wrong, I know this will barely make a dent in Apple's long-term reputation, but every character letter of mockery and insult to Apple right now is well freaking deserved. The most embarrassing thing out of all this is that it all could have been avoided. Whoever created the presentation needs an annual review soon, because separating a pricey stand from a pricey monitor and calling them both products is a recipe for disaster. Why not a $6,000 monitor? Here's the new Pro Display XDR 6K monitor. At $6,000, If you choose to get the model without the stand, however, we will discount X amount of dollars from the monitor. It doesn't even have to be $1,000. Discount $500 for anyone not wanting the monitor stand. Why separate it for people to point at? That's just adding fuel to the potential fire that already started. It just shows Apple's growing belligerence towards its not as filthy rich customers and outright reeks of cockiness, because it takes a very, very cocky and egotistical company to think of shit like this and be blind to the repercussions. I'd like to give the first Weekend Donkey Award to the suits at Apple. Marketing, QA, financial executives, anyone that put this shit on paper and thought all would go well. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you want more Weekend Donkey, and I will see you in the next episode.